Hello, Ele. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. I felt really. I I felt stressful.
Okay, I'm really sorry because of that situation, Ele. But thank you for
Uh,
coming to our class. Is internet working better today?
yeah, and really, my day is very tired because I visit different place in El Salvador, and one day is very hard. For
Oh,
example, today for work visit to Zacatecoluca, next San Salvador, return to Olocuilta, San Salvador. Wow.
so yes, you have to.
Interesting day because it's not hard for work. It's hard for
For
yeah
moving from one place to
for
another.
for for movie. Yeah, it's tired for movie. It's the movie like the felt tired.
Okay, and are you moving? Well, are you traveling or well, yeah, and are you moving by in your own car or in public transportation?
Okay. One part the movie in the collects transportation and another part in car, but it's necessary. Yeah, for example, return to Olocuilta is car, San Salvador is next to my downtown. Finally, for 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Pardon, is is my house,
Ah,
my downtown.
okay. Okay,
Yeah,
that's something nice.
but
But yeah, I
it's
know it's
internet day. Bye.
yeah, I know it's kind of hard, but well, thank you for being here. Okay, I hope you enjoy the class and that we all participate. Let's see.
Is it-
Thank you for coming, guys. Hello, Francisco. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. It couldn't be better, teacher. I have a good day.
Well, do you have a good day? That's something nice. I'm happy to have you in our class today. Thank you for coming. Okay, let's see. Hello, Alberto. Welcome. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Um, I'm fine, teacher. My day was great.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you for sharing, Alberto. And
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
And Doris is also here. So hello, Doris. Good evening. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. Good evening. Well, my day was a little busy, but everything was okay. Thanks.
Okay, I got it. Well, thank you for coming, guys. Yes, I understand, guys, that sometimes we have busy days, we have stressful days, but it is something really good, guys, to come to the class and practice. Because I know that this is also, guys, an extra effort that we have to do. Imagine the time, guys, who's studying at 9 p.m. But I really congratulate all of you guys because you take the time to come to the class. And also, guys, because this is something really important for you guys, and as you know, this is worthy. Okay, this is worthy for you, and at the moment you want to, well, you need to use your English, guys, in different fields. For example, for work, or to study, or to travel to a different country, guys. Who knows? It's a possibility, right? So everybody, take into account that it will help you a lot. Thank you, guys, for coming to our class. We are going to start right now. Well, we have 4 people, so it's time to start. And today, guys, we have a really interesting class, and I want to share it with you. Let me share my screen, everybody, and we can start practicing. Okay. And this opportunity, guys, I think you can see my screen. So let's practice the next question. Tell me, guys, what do you need to survive in an island? Okay, right now, please think about important things, just essential things, everybody. What do you need to survive in an island? Okay, think about just essential things. Okay, I will give you 30 seconds to think about it. Okay, think about essential things you will need, and maybe you can tell me why do you think they are important for you in an island. Okay, think about it, guys. 30 seconds, go. Okay, time's up. So right now, guys, I want to listen to all of you. Well, to start, guys, everybody pay attention to Francisco. Francisco, tell me, what do you need to survive in an island?
Well, in my case, I consider that it would be a knife, a lightning, for sure water and food. But the principle, I think that then a knife and a lightning to make fire should be important.
Okay, well, it's kind of interesting what you mentioned. Tell me, what is the use, or what will you use the knife for?
Well, I will use the knife for hunting animal to for it.
Okay.
So that was the principal use that I would do it.
Okay, well, that's something nice. I like it. Very good, Francisco. Thank you for sharing. Now, what about you, Ele? What do you need to survive in an island? What do you think?
For me, is in hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. My principal object is mirror on machete or machete,
Oh, maybe a knife?
and maybe nice matches o fósforos y water. Water is because is for example the mirror for fire. They use the light sun and clear different fires more essential in the survivor the island.
The island?
This island and okay, machete or knife for fabricate for prepare different skill for example mm, lens for fish and another object construction the refugee yeah is it cut different branches ramas could different branches for and another skill for me is NIF is more essential. The second were three mirror for fire. Fire
Okay.
is important for survivor of first night because
Yeah.
is the tropic or another place is fire is more essential for the is more cool. It's my opinion.
Yeah, okay. Actually, you are right, okay? Well, a knife is always important. At least in this context, if you need to survive, a knife will help you a lot. Well, Francisco mentioned something important. If you have a knife, you can go and hunt. So it
Yeah.
can help you. It can help you also, as you said, Ele. It will help you to hunt, maybe to catch some fish, and also to get to prepare some weapons that you can use in when you try to survive in an island. Okay, so it's great. Okay, and the mirror, it's really interesting. Okay, I have never thought about using a mirror for making fire. Okay, at least I thought about this activity, and I never thought about making fire, or well, to start a fire in an island. But it's great. Okay, so thank you, Francisco and Ella, for sharing. Now let's listen to a girl. Doris, tell me, what do you need to survive in an island?
Well, teacher, I think that water and some food, but some maybe in the island uh, there is a cocoa tree. I don't know how to say. I think
Yeah,
cocoa tree,
coconut tree or a
or
palm tree.
a banana or something like that for eat. And as my classmate says that there is very important a knife, a machete, a lupa, and maybe a mirror, sorry, and maybe a lupa, because in some movies, they use a lupa to make fire. That's all, teacher.
Okay, very good. Let's see, a magnifying glass.
Okay.
Lupa has an interesting name in English. Magnifying glass. So it's difficult, guys. It's kind of difficult, but to remember, I
Okay.
could say. But great, okay, Doris. So you mentioned important things. Of course, everybody, a knife, water, and food. Okay. Well, as you said, Doris, this is something good that she took into account. And since you are in an island, so you will have fruits, or there will be some fruit trees. So that's something good, okay? But also, well, the magnifying glass will be important, and the mirror. Okay, very good. Let's see, what about you, Alberto? What do you think? What do you need to survive in an island?
Mm, Okay, teacher. First, um, maybe build it in una choza.
Oh,
Build,
maybe a shelter, un refugio, shelter?
yes. Mm. Uh, I, I get tools and mm, knife, lighting, water, and food, and good and animals, fish, and the uh, only
Okay.
teacher.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. So remember,
Mhm.
okay, you can take food, but remember that the animals that you will eat that are from the island, so you have to catch them. Okay, but it's great. Okay, you mentioned really important things. This one, guys, it's really important. I remember Ele also mentioned about using branches to build a refugee, which is good. Or also, guys, we can say build a shelter. Okay, very good. Now, hello, Evelyn. Welcome to the class. How are you today?
Hello, I'm good.
Okay, that's nice. Welcome to the class. Well, Evelyn, tell me, what do you need to survive in an island? What do you think?
Mm, well, I think I need a knife and eh, a mirror or a magnifying glass, like said Doris, to eh, to make fire and well, the fire with fire we can do a lot of other things like lighting in the night or cook the food and uh, boil the water too. And I don't know, maybe um, no sé cómo. eh, I don't know how to say hilo o para fabricar una red o algo así.
Okay, that's a great question. Let's see. Let me look for that word because I don't remember.
Okay.
Let me see. We can say a yarn. So we can say yarn. Yarn.
Yarn. Okay.
Yeah.
And we can uh, fishing with a yarn. Maybe that. I don't know.
Okay, very good. Well, guys, I'm happy to listen to all of your answers. Thank you, Evelyn, for telling me about some important things you will need if you have to survive in an island. Guys, I'm really happy that all of you mentioned only necessary things because any of you mentioned a cell phone, any of you mentioned another person, so maybe, okay? But you mentioned everybody just important things to survive in an island, okay? And this is something important, guys. Why? Because everybody, our class for today, it's about necessities, okay? If you have to survive, you have chosen correctly, guys. You have taken great decisions. So now, everybody, to continue with our class, let's pay attention to the next things we have to study in this opportunity. Please, to continue with this part, I want to listen to Alberto, okay? Alberto, please read this information. Go ahead.
Good teacher.
All the information in the slide.
Okay. Modals. Modals verbs are a special kind of helping verb. They help the main verb to express the mood of the subject. And inside
Necessity. Help me with the necessity models.
okay. Necessary models need to, must, have to, know how to. Suggesting should, out to, had better.
Nice. Okay. Oh, let's read the last part. They are always.
I can see. No. They are
Okay.
always they are always followed by the simple form for a verb.
Okay. So as you see, guys, today we are talking about modal verbs. As you know, there are many modal verbs. Also, guys, these modal verbs have different uses. In today's class, everybody, we will use these modals to talk about necessity and suggestion. And also, guys, to talk about, let me see, to talk about obligation in some cases. So guys, let's pay attention to this part and let's start with the necessity modals, okay? Remember guys, when we are talking about necessity, of course, we're talking about just important things, okay? Francisco, help me with this structure, please.
Okay, teacher. For necessity models, we need to plus verb in base form. Example, you need to get a COVID vaccine to travel to a foreign country.
Thank you. Well, something important about the necessity model, guys, first of all, is this verb. You know, guys, need is a verb, and it is also considered a kind of modal verb. Why? Because everybody, we can use need to, and in negative, guys, there are two different ways to use it. The first way to use it, guys, is as we do it in simple present. For example, don't need to, or doesn't need to, okay? So this is one possible way. The other possible ways, everybody, is needn't, okay? Needn't to, okay? It's possible, but it's not common, okay? So you can use both of them. But as you know, after need to, or don't need to, or needn't to, we have to use a verb in base form. For example, need to get. So as you see, guys, we use this verb or this modal verb, and then we have to use a verb in base form to express what? To express necessity, okay? Need to, everybody, it's, as you know, guys, it's kind of easy to understand the meaning or to understand the context, because if we talk about need to, if we use need to, of course, we're talking about necessity. But as you see, we're talking about really important things, okay? So you need it. If you don't have it, I'm really sorry, but you can't do it, okay? So let's pay attention to it, guys. Try to remember that when we use need to, of course, we're talking about things that are mandatory, okay? There is no option, guys. Or you have it or not. But if you want to complete an activity, or in this case, you want to travel to a foreign country, this is something necessary. So there is no option. It's necessary. Let's continue, guys. Remember that we have different structures, and the next structures, guys, are for necessity and obligation. Let's pay attention to the use of must, okay? Ellie, can you help me with this structure, please?
Okay, must plus verb in base form. Strong and formal obligation or necessary possibility based on the speaker opinion. Continue?
Yeah, please help me out with the first example. One example.
Okay. You must take your medicine before hanging out with friends. They must come to visit me when they're in town.
And they are in town, okay? Very good. Let's see. Pay attention to the use of must. Must, everybody, first of all, guys, is formal, okay? Second, everybody, this is based, when we are talking about necessity with must, we based our opinion, or we based this necessity in our opinion, or on the speaker's opinion. Example number one, you must take your medicine before hanging out with friends. In this case, everybody, this is not talking about necessity, because this is not a person's opinion. For example, guys, If you are sick, you know that you have to take your medicine. If you don't do it, so maybe you will get worse. But in this case, everybody, we are talking about obligation. Again, you don't have option, guys. You have to do it. So there is no option. Or you do it, or you do it. No option, guys. It's talking about obligation. But in example number 1, guys, they must come to visit me when they are in town. This is, everybody, a necessity. Why? Because it's based, everybody, on the speaker's opinion. For example, everybody, if you live in, I don't know, if you live in San Salvador, everybody, and you go to your family's house, for example, to your relative's house, for example, if they live in Sonsonate, in San Miguel, if you go nearby their living places, so they think that you should visit. It would be nice if you visit them. So they say, you must come to visit me when you are in Sonsonate. If you come to Sonsonate, please, you must come to visit me, okay? This is a necessity, guys, but this necessity is based not because it's mandatory, but this is a necessity based on the speaker's opinion. For example, your uncle's opinion, your aunt's opinion, your parents' opinion. So this is based on, this necessity is based on their opinion. So it will be nice if you do it, okay? But as you can see, must is a formal modal verb, okay? It's formal. So try to use it in that context. Then what happened if I want to use, or if I want to show a necessity or obligation, but in a common way, not formal, in a common way? Well, in that case, everybody, we use have to, okay? Let's see. Doris, can you help me reading this information? And one example, just one example.
Okay, teacher. Necessity, obligation. The structure have to, not have to, plus verb in base form. It's used for strong external obligation. For example, I have to wear a security belt when I travel by car. I read the next. Yes.
No, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you. As you know, everybody, have and not have to, they are considered verbs, but they are also, everybody, modal verbs, or they are considered also modal verbs. Why? Because they express a specific mood, okay? In this case, obligation. As you can see here, it's used for strong external obligations. Now, guys, when we use have to, as you know, this is more common than must, but also, guys, it is used when we are talking about rules from different places. For example, guys, according to BMT or Viceministerio de Transporte, I have to wear a security belt when I travel by car. What happens if I don't use my security or my seat belt? What happened? What do you think, Evelyn? What happened if I don't wear it?
Maybe you have, mm, maybe you should have accident.
Okay, it's possible. Well, this is a possibility. So I might have an accident. If a person from BMT see me like that, so I will receive a sanction. So as you know, guys, there are some possibilities. This is an external obligation, not because I think it's correct. It's because the rules, the law says that. So that's an external obligation. Something that doesn't depend on me, but depends on the rules, depends on the law, depends on what some people already explain, or some people already declare that we have to do like that. Then everybody, the next example, as I told you, have is used as a verb. So in this case, everybody, we can apply, or it applies for the rules of third person singular in simple present. As you know, when we are talking about simple present in singular for third person, the verbs have to finish in letter S, letters ES, or letters IES. Have to, everybody, or have is one, how can I say it, is one exception, okay? Have, everybody, in for third person is has. So we need to use has to, and then we continue with the same structure. Verb in base form and the complement. She has to wear a face mask at school. This is a rule. Well, nowadays, it's not a rule anymore. It's optional if you want to wear it or not. But some months ago, it was mandatory to you to wear a face mask. Okay, if you go to this, if you went to the supermarket, if you went to school, if you went to university, everywhere, everybody, you had to wear a face mask. Nowadays, this is different. But as you can see, it applies, everybody, for the third person singular rules in simple present. She has to wear a face mask at school. It was not my opinion, it was external obligation. Then, everybody, in simple present, we have, again, the following rule. We don't have to scream in a museum, okay? As you can see, we use have to, everybody, as in simple present. That's why have to, everybody, is considered a verb and a kind of modal verb, okay? It can be considered both, but so it is considered both, okay? A verb, but also a modal, a kind of modal verb. So we don't have to scream in a museum. Is that my opinion? No, guys, this is not my opinion. Is this Francisco's opinion? No, guys, this is not Francisco's opinion. Is this Evelyn's opinion? No, guys, this is not Evelyn's opinion. This is a rule at the museum. So if you go to any museum, guys, they will ask you, please keep in silence, or if you take pictures, please don't use flash. So you know, everybody, these are external obligations. You don't have option. You have to do it, everybody, because that's the rule or that's the law, okay? Well, this is about, everybody, the necessity and obligation modal verbs. Now, everybody, remember that another thing is, well, are the suggestions, okay? This is easier, guys. Maybe this is easier because we already studied, or we maybe some time ago you studied this topic, but let's pay attention to it, okay? When talking about suggestions, guys, you have options. So it depends on you if you take advice or not, okay? Some people can give you advice, but it depends on you if you take it or not. Let's see. Alberto, help me reading the example about should, just in affirmative.
Okay, teacher. You should take a photography course.
Great. Just affirmative. Just affirmative. Okay.
You shouldn't spend.
Oh, Alberto, just affirmative. Thank you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay, that was great. But
okay.
as you see, guys, in this case, we are using should. This is, everybody, the most common modal verb that we can use when talking about suggestion. There are more. Yes, there are more modal verbs that we can use. But should, everybody, is more common than the others. Okay? So should, everybody, in this case, help us to give advice. As I said before, it depends on you if you take the advice or not. For example, if you like to take photographies, so this is my advice. You should take a photography course. But it depends on you if you do it or not. I am not pushing you to do it. I am just giving you advice. I can tell you guys, you are learning English. You already speak English. Guys, you should apply for a call center. It's a suggestion. It's a recommendation, guys. It depends on you if you take it or not. So you can tell me, okay, teacher, I will take it into account. I will go and apply for a call center. Or another option, guys, no, teacher, I don't want to work in a call center, okay? I want to be an interpreter, or I want to be a touristic guide, or I want to be a teacher. Who knows? So it depends on you guys, but I gave you my recommendation. Then everybody, as you know, we can also use should in negative to also to make suggestions. Please, Evelyn, help me reading the next example in negative form. Shouldn't.
Shouldn't plus verb in base form. You shouldn't spend money on unnecessary items.
Excellent. Good pronunciation. Well, guys, this example is for the ones who like to go to Dollar City. So as you see, guys, this is my recommendation. You shouldn't spend money on unnecessary items, but we like to spend our money in different things, right? So it is not a problem, guys, at least not for me or not for you, okay? If I spend my money, so it's my decision. If you spend your money, it's your decision. But as you can see, we are making suggestions. In this case, guys, when we talk about suggestions, we can do it or not. We have options, guys. But if we are talking about necessity or obligation, guys, in that context, it's not possible to have options. If we are talking about necessity and obligation, guys, you have to do it or you have to do it. No more options. But if we talk about suggestions, guys, you know, there are different options. So you take my advice or you don't take it. And that's it. Okay, very good. Let's see. Remember, guys, I really want to focus on this, and it's that should and shouldn't, guys, are the most common modal verbs for suggestion. Now, guys, let's pay attention to the next modals that we can use, but they are not that common, okay? This one, everybody, is aura. Aura, okay? Pronunciation, everybody, aura. Okay, Doris, help me reading the first example.
Okay, teacher. Ahora to plus verb in base form. For example, you ought to take your ID card with you anywhere.
Nice. You ought to take your ID card with you anywhere. So you don't know, guys. We always need the identification card in different places. So maybe if you go to the bank, if you have to go to the hospital, so in an emergency, so you need your ID card. You ought to take your ID card with you anywhere. So as you see, guys,
Sure.
my suggestion. Yes, Doris?
And what is the meaning in Spanish?
Of oughta.
Uh-huh.
Actually, it has the same meaning as should.
Como debería, pero no tan obligatorio, no.
All of
O igual.
all of the suggestion models, they are not mandatory, okay? So they are just suggestions, recommendations, okay? So it depends on you if you take it or not. But something that is different is that aura is more formal. That's why I told you that the most common modal verb that we use in suggestions is should. So should is not formal, but it's not informal also. But it is more common, so you can use it in different situations. Aura is more for formal situations, for formal examples, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Then, guys, we have the next example, and it's this one. You ought to stay at home to feel better. If you are sick, everybody, you ought to stay at home to feel better. Again, guys, this is my recommendation. It depends on you if you do it or not, because we are talking about suggestions. When talking about suggestions, guys, we have options. But if we are talking about a necessity or obligation, no options, guys. Another thing about aura, everybody, is that aura doesn't have a negative form. So you cannot say not out to. It's not possible, guys. That's why it's more common to use should or shouldn't, because we can use negative or affirmative form, and it's, or people use it more often, okay? All people that speak English use it more often to give recommendations. And then, guys, the next structure, and I guess is the last one, is the use of had better. Had better, everybody, it's, again, it's a suggestion modal that we can use, but is not common, okay? It's possible to use it, but it's not common, okay? Let's see, right now, this is for personal suggestions. Please, Francisco, help me reading the 2 examples.
Okay, teacher. For the suggestion modal verb had better plus verb in base form. Example, he had better take instruction into the account. You'd better avoid street food. In my case.
Not in your case, but in some other people case, yeah, it could be possible, right? Because you don't know, guys, okay? Some places, well, not in all street food places, food is bad, but not in all street food places, food is good. So be careful with that. Yeah, Francisco?
Have you ever watched videos from India? Street food from India?
Yeah, so they sell different kind of food and they prepare it in a very particular way. That's nice. Okay, but as you can see, guys, when we use had better, again, we are making suggestions. As I said before, had better is not common. It's possible to use it, but it's not common, okay? However, when we use had better for suggestions, we are talking about present or future suggestions. He had better take instructions into account. In some cases, there are some people that don't like to follow instructions, but it would be a great suggestion. It is a great suggestion that some people had better take instructions into account. Okay? Then the other example, guys, as we were talking with Francisco, you had better avoid street food. As I said, in some places, food is really delicious. It's really nice and it's cheap, we could say, but in some places, guys, sadly, this is a problem that we have in El Salvador, guys. In some places, food is not delicious, and also, guys, it can give us a stomach ache, or it can cause a stomach ache.
Los mataniños.
No, they are delicious. Come on, okay, but okay, if you think that you are sensitive from your stomach, everybody, so you had better avoid street food, okay? But if you are todoterreno, so you don't take this into account, okay? Then everybody, okay, these are the models for today. As you can see, guys, we are talking about suggestion, necessity, and obligation. Take this into account, guys. When talking about necessity and obligation, no options, okay? There is no options in this. But when we are talking about suggestions, guys, yes, we have different options. You can take it into account or not. So it depends on you guys and if you feel comfortable with this suggestion or you think about doing something different. Okay, everybody, right now it's our time to practice. We will try to complete some exercises. We will see if time it's enough to complete the 2 activities. If not, everybody, we will work with the other activity at home. Okay? Right now, everybody, let me show you our first exercise. Our first exercise, everybody. Give me a second, guys. What is happening? Okay. Our first exercise, guys, it's about the use of must, have got to, and have to. Everybody, let me tell you the following. Have to and have got to, they have the same meaning. What is the difference, guys? The difference is that have got to is more common for British English, Have to is more common for American English. Also, guys, have got to doesn't have a past form. So you cannot say had got to. In that case, everybody, we use had to. Okay? Let me show you. Give me a second. I will make it smaller. Okay. Let me show you guys the first. Let's see. No, it's too small. Well, let me show you guys the first 4 examples. You have 30 seconds, guys, to read the sentences and guess or decide what is the correct option, okay? You have 30 seconds right now. Great. Everybody, it's time to practice. So let's see, example number 1, please, Evelyn. What is the correct sentence?
According to the law, drivers must to stop at the stop signs.
Okay, let's check your answer. Drivers must stop. Wrong. Modal verbs are followed by simple main verbs. Okay, so in this case, we don't use to. Okay, what could be the right answer?
Letter C, must stop. I don't know.
Very good. Okay, according to the law, drivers must stop at stop signs. Remember that after must, well, after the modal verbs, everybody, we use a verb in base form. Okay, not in infinitive. Infinitive are the verbs to stop, to eat, to drink, to fight. Okay, so all of those verbs, everybody, are infinitive. Okay, in the modal verbs that we use to, everybody, are have to, need to, and have got to. Then everybody must, should, had better, know to. Okay. And oughta, it's also another one that in which we use to. Oh, oughta. Let's see. Thank you, Evelyn, for practicing. Let's continue with example number 2. Ele, what is the correct sentence? If, Richard.
It has is singular.
Okay, so letter A. Can you read the
Letter A.
complete sentence?
Is Richard want to become professional musician? He has to practice every day.
Okay, nice. He has to practice every day. Your subject and verb, agree. So that's correct. That's brilliant. Thank you. Okay, Ele, thank you for your practice. Now, Doris, help me with example number 3.
Okay, teacher. In order to log on, in order to log on to the internet, Sally must enter her user ID.
Okay, let's see. Great, that's correct. Okay, so that's for you. Thank you, thank you. Very good, Doris. Let's continue with Francisco. Francisco, number 4. As you see, we have, well, okay, this is difficult. You have a question and an answer. What do you think is the correct answer?
Okay. Friend. Does your sister pay? Okay. No, she. Okay, it's letter A.
Okay, can you read the complete examples?
Okay. Does your sister? Hold on. Ella has.
And that's your sister?
No, is.
Okay, let's check first. Okay, let's check. Of course, this is correct, Francisco. Don't hesitate about it. No, don't worry. Okay.
But okay, teacher. But I have a doubt. Why?
What is your doubt?
The doubt is about the auxiliary have. It's supposed because it's she. Is has not have. So that is my doubt.
But why do we use have to? Let's see, Alberto. Do you know why we use have to over here in the question? Someone knows why do we use have to in a question?
No.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, it's correct. But why? Why do you think we use have to and not has to?
Because we are using the auxiliary does, and we can't use both of them.
Excellent, Doris. Thank you for your question, for your answer. Okay, guys, remember that in simple present, when we use the auxiliary does in a negative sentence or in a question, the verb will continue or will keep in base form. Okay, okay, Francisco.
Thank you, teacher. Wow.
You're welcome. So now you know. Okay, so Doris helps us a lot.
Okay, she deserves the pupusas.
Yeah, so you have to invite her. Okay, Francisco, good, well done. So, does your sister have to pay to see the doctor? No, she doesn't, because she has medical insurance. Okay, very good. Thank you. Let's continue, guys. Let me see. We have 8 examples. Okay, so we almost finished. Okay, example 5. Alberto, can you help me with this example number 5?
Yes, teacher. Maybe two option.
Letter B?
Y letter C.
Is letter B or letter C?
Oh, well, letter B.
Letter B, okay. Let's check. Incorrect. We don't use do with must. Okay, so that is something that you remember. Okay, try to remember this, guys. Remember that do is an auxiliary for simple present, and must is a modal verb, so we cannot use it together. We cannot use them together. Now, what could be the correct option, Alberto? If letter B is not correct,
letter C.
Letter C, very good. I don't want to clean my room, okay? Do I have to clean it right now? And your mother, yes, right now. Okay, so very good. Okay, that's why this is an obligation. You don't have any other option, guys. If your mom says something, you have to do it. Okay, very good. Let's complete everybody together. You're welcome, Alberto. Let's complete everybody together. Example 6, 7, and 8, everybody. So let's see. Mr. Wu says, hi, Mark, where is your dad? Mark says, oh, he to work because there was an emergency. What is the correct option, guys? A, B, or C? What do you think?
Letter A.
Francisco, letter A. Any other answer? Doris?
Letter A two, teacher.
Letter A. Okay. Alberto, Evelyn, and Ele?
Mm,
A, B, or C? Evelyn?
Letter A, teacher.
Alberto, letter A. Okay, I have 3 people.
Sí, por mí, 8.
Letter A, okay,
A,
4
I
people.
think.
Everybody says A. Yes, guys, this is correct. Have got to, remember, no past form, must, no past form. The past form that we have is had to, okay? So pretty good, yes, well done, okay. Nice, everybody. Example 7. When a police officer asks to see your driver's license, you, what do you think, everybody? What could be the right option? You have got to show it, you have got to show it, or you must to show it. A, B, or C?
C.
C, okay. Any other answer?
Letter B.
Letter B, okay. C and B. What do you think? What do you think, Evelyn? L.
Letter
Alberto?
B.
Letter B, okay. So 2 points for letter B, 1 for letter C.
Letter C.
Letter C, 2 points and 2 points. Alex, you have to decide. What is the right option? B or C?
For me, if you have a pet dog, you have
Show it.
got fed in it every day. Okay, see, has got to, you has go. For me, A.
Letter A. Okay, so let's see, guys. We have to decide between B or C. Let me tell you guys, because you didn't select
Okay,
it.
okay. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I read the age.
Okay. So tell me, B or C?
Okay. You must to him. You must to show is he.
You must to
Sí.
show it. Let's pay
Yeah.
attention, guys. No, must is never followed by to. So remember, guys, must, we will never use must to, okay? So we have to use have got to, okay? So you must
But
show it.
why, teacher?
I am the
Because,
champion.
Okay.
because
Okay, guys,
have
look at
Very
got,
this.
good.
The answer use to, and we never say must to, okay?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's why it's
Yeah.
incorrect, okay? This
Okay.
is the
but
only
we
possible answer.
have and
Very-
got, and I remember that it was have to plus the verb in a simple form, but it is in past and it's got.
Oh, have
I don't
got?
know the genre.
No, have got is not in past. Have got is another way to say have, okay? Yeah, remember I said that have got to doesn't have a past form, okay? The only past form that is possible is had. Had
I didn't
to.
pay attention, teacher. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
don't worry, okay? But this
Okay.
is correct. Okay, guys, now the last example. If you have a pet dog, as I have, you feed it every day or it will die. So what is the possible answer, guys? You have got feed, you have got to feed, or you has got to feed. A, B, or C? Five, four, 3.
Letter B, letter B, letter B.
Letter B.
Letter
Okay,
B.
everybody think it's letter B. Yes, guys, this is the correct answer. Okay, so great. This is the same as you must fit it. Okay, but we don't have must in this example. Okay, so everybody, great job. Okay, as you can see, yes, we had some mistakes, but remember, guys, this is a tricky exercise. In some cases, you can say, but teacher, it looks like the correct answer. But as you can see in some examples, guys, we have to pay attention if we use to or we don't have to use it, okay? Everybody, it was a pleasure to help you today with our activities. I just want to invite you guys to continue practicing on the platform. Remember that today we start Unit 4. It means, everybody, that we have to complete the following activities. Please, guys, start on activity 4.0, hit the road, and then at least for tomorrow, guys, we have to finish in activity 4.2.3. Okay? I hope, everybody, we can continue practicing tomorrow. It was a pleasure to help you today with this topic. And, well, have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
teacher. Have a good night.
Have a good night,
Have a good night,
everybody.
everyone.
Teachers.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.